I played hide and seek with my best bro and hid for 3,000 years. In that time, he became an emperor, literally invincible. But me, I just hid deeper. See, I'm a transmigrator. I got immortality but can't reach invincibility. And my bro, he's invincible but can't live forever. If he ever finds out my secret, I don't even want to think about the consequences. I thought I had this whole thing locked down perfectly. Until 6,000 years later, my bro Kang Yao suddenly remembered me. His wife Su Qingyan was running out of lifespan. People always reminisce when death's at the door. Yao, back in the day, everyone from our generation's pretty much dead. Except one guy who went MIA real early. What happened to him? You mean Lin Xuan? When Kang Yao mentioned me, his face stayed calm. But his eyes had that old competitive edge. Back then, he and I drank and talked about legends. He talked big, wanted invincibility, wanted immortality. Even now, he's still competing with me, even though he's not sure if I'm still alive. After all, I was one of the top candidates to become emperor, but just vanished out of nowhere. You guys are best friends, and you don't even know if he's alive or dead? He disappeared on purpose. He probably lived for a long time. Maybe he's not even dead yet. This was Emperor Kang Yao's gut instinct. He figured I didn't die after vanishing, that I lived for quite a while at least. Then why hasn't he shown up this whole time? When someone hides and refuses to come out, they're obviously scared of something. Kang Yao's tone was dismissive, like he'd already won some competition against his rival. Su Qingyan figured it out fast. Back then, I was just one step away from becoming emperor. What I'd fear, either hidden forbidden beings or the tribulation to become emperor. But since Kang Yao already became emperor, those forbidden beings wouldn't dare show up. He's afraid of you. Why though? Probably has some secret he's scared I'll find out. Whatever secret he's got, Kang Yao couldn't care less. My own strength is enough. With that, Kang Yao's eyes blazed with divine light, his supreme emperor aura spreading out, shaking the entire universe. Everyone was shook. Kang Yao was the peak of this world. If even he can't do something, how would adding Lin Xuan make any difference? So you never even tried looking for him? Never. Kang Yao laughed lightly. Whatever secret it is, that makes me so wary of him. He doesn't care. He's the current emperor, confident he can crush everything. So he's really judging others by his own pettiness, hiding from you in the void this whole time. At that moment, in an extremely distant part of the starry sky, I also felt Kang Yao flexing his emperor might. But I just rolled my eyes like, what's he going crazy about now? So you're an emperor, big deal. Still disturbing the peace. 1,000 years passed in the blink of an eye. I'm almost 10,000 years old now, but still bursting with life force. My lifespan seems endless. Even emperors only live 20,000 years max, but I can't feel happy about it. This immortality's a blessing and a curse. Keeps me from reaching that supreme emperor realm. Still, I haven't given up on the path to invincibility. If you're immortal but not invincible, something's missing. If you're invincible but can't live forever, that's even worse. So I spent 10,000 years and finally perfected my core Dao, the Dao of Thunder. When it comes to just the Dao, I'm definitely not inferior to Kang Yao. Only problem is my Dao lacks the support of Emperor Origin, so it can't unleash ultimate power. But after years of experimenting, I finally found a way to get close to Emperor level power, comprehend multiple Daos, and let them support each other as mutual origins. Each Dao takes forever to comprehend though. This method won't work for anyone else, but it's perfect for an immortal like me. Right now, strands of lightning emanate from my body, with hints of life energy woven in. The Dao of life I'm about to master. Just then, the entire universe suddenly let out a mournful cry. So you're finally about to die, huh? Couldn't even find a single immortal herb? That's pretty pathetic. I looked up at the starry sky, not knowing a massive conspiracy was quietly unfolding. At that moment in Kang Yao's holy land, Kang Yao stood before a dozen large tombs, all his former comrades and loved ones. A new tomb had just been added recently, his beloved Su Qingyan. Kang Yao's body emanated a deathly aura. He only had a few hundred years of life left. But what I didn't know was, he'd already obtained an immortal herb that could grant him another lifetime. He just wasn't using it yet. Will any idiots fall for this? Kang Yao gazed into the depths of space, thinking about how to make his near-death act more convincing. He wanted to use his weakest moment in old age to draw out those enemies who'd been watching him. This world has extra-dimensional demons and ancient supremes lurking in darkness. All forbidden beings who strayed from the righteous path, constantly tangling with Kang Yao. Those forbidden beings hide way too well, kind of like Lin Xuan. If he really is some kind of forbidden being, then hiding from me makes perfect sense. I actually hope you are one. Then maybe we'll meet again. And when we do, I'll just kill you. A few hundred years passed. While I was comprehending the Dao of life, a massive mental projection suddenly spread across the entire universe. Kang Yao, are you gonna die or not? I don't really think Kang Yao's just gonna kick the bucket. If he really didn't find an immortal herb, he'd make way more noise than this. Is he trying to bait out enemies? Acting's pretty weak. Who's dumb enough to fall for it? Just as I thought that, a world-shaking fluctuation suddenly came from outside the universe. The entire starry sky was trembling. I was just thinking another disaster, but now it looks like emperors are about to throw down. The Soul Master from the prison realm? Is it coming out again? Outside the prison realm are two sources of world-ending calamity, the Demon Abyss and the Soul Master. Just as everyone was freaking out, at the peak of the starry sky, layers of brilliant celestial stairs suddenly descended. It's the Eternal Ladder. Even that mythical Forbidden Zone showed up? Is Emperor Kang Yao really about to die? Even I couldn't help standing up, gazing at the distant stars, curious about what's really going on with Kang Yao. Wait, does this mean I'm the only one left from our era? Just as I thought it was getting real, the earth-shattering fluctuations started fading. The Eternal Ladder gradually disappeared. Soon the whole universe calmed down. False alarm for everyone. Seeing this, I understood. Kang Yao's not dying this lifetime. Those forbidden beings saw through his act. Though Kang Yao did get something out of it, now he knows where his stalkers are hiding. Soul Master and Eternal Ladder are pretty flashy. Maybe I should get myself some dramatic entrance too. I sat back down, muttering to myself. Soon the peaceful atmosphere completely vanished. Emperor Kang Yao restored his life source, living another lifetime. I didn't pay much attention, just kept comprehending my Dao. But I underestimated Kang Yao. The moment he recovered his Emperor might, he immediately went after the Eternal Ladder and Soul Master, Kang Yao stepped to the peak of the starry sky and hurled his halberd. His emperor might instantly exploded. Under everyone's shocked gaze, he forced the eternal ladder out. Huge sections of stairs shattered, turning into glowing fragments scattered in deep space. Everyone was shaken to the core. No matter how many forbidden beings hide in darkness, they still fear and avoid the current emperor. Now that's an emperor. Even I was a little impressed. Kang Yao and I aren't on the same path, in the Forbidden Realm. Even those on the same path are rivals. Different paths? Even more reason to be the last one standing. A terrifying being fell from deep space. The supreme imperial weapon still stuck in its body, the Kangji halberd gripped tight by Kang Yao. Then he charged out of the universe and went after Soulmaster. No one knows how that battle went. He eventually returned to the universe. Mortals can't look directly at an emperor, so naturally they couldn't tell if he was injured or ask about the battle results. 8,000 years flew by. I'm 18,000 years old now, and I've pushed the Tao of Life to its limit. I casually summoned a bolt of lightning, using the Tao of Life as support. The power output jumped a whole tier, way stronger than 8,000 years ago. This path works, no matter what era I'm in. Besides emperors, I'm confident I can crush anyone. You could even call me a forbidden being now. Over these 8,000 years, Kang Yao's been busy too. Just from what I sensed, he raided 3 mythical forbidden zones and captured forbidden beings in deep space. Feels like he's been working on something, but he's quieted down the past 1,000 or 2 years. Seems like he stopped showing his emperor might to the world. I didn't pay too much attention, just stayed immersed in my cultivation. What I never expected was, a few hundred years later, this era would just end without warning. The Tao of heaven and earth stirred, all laws unfolded. This meant the current emperor Kang Yao had passed, unable to suppress the myriad Taos. The shackles were broken, allowing people to undergo tribulation and letting a new emperor rise. But I sensed something was off. The sorrowful fluctuations from heaven and earth weren't that strong. This made me think of an even more serious possibility. Kang Yao, did you also cut yourself down and become a forbidden being? Most forbidden beings lurking in darkness used to be invincible beings who succeeded on the righteous path. They self-sealed and dropped from the emperor realm, then slumbered in divine source to survive, waiting for the land of myth to appear and grant them true immortality. But the problem is, no one knows if the land of myth even exists, or when it'll show up. After countless ages, the universe can't bear the weight anymore, can't sustain so many forbidden beings. But as I frowned in thought, another possibility came to mind. Maybe Kang Yao cut himself down to become a Guardian Supreme, protecting this world. Guardian Supremes are also forbidden beings, but they self-seal themselves, just so when disaster strikes the universe, they can emerge to fight the calamity, fighting forbidden with forbidden. While I was pondering Kang Yao's situation, a massive hand that blocked out the stars suddenly appeared and smashed Kang Yao's Holy Land into ruins. Everyone was terrified and furious. Did Emperor Kang Yao just pass away, and already forbidden beings are settling scores? But I noticed something was off. The Holy Land was destroyed without any resistance, obviously just an empty shell. Before Kang Yao passed, he'd already hidden the Holy Land. The forbidden being attacking was just testing the waters. What choice did you really make? Or are you actually dead? I looked up at the stars, unable to tell Kang Yao's true situation either. Just then, the entire universe suddenly surged, with terrifying forbidden fluctuations. Without the current emperor's suppression, forbidden beings were starting to move in the world. What I absolutely didn't expect was, I was about to run into a forbidden being myself. An unremarkable streak of light suddenly passed before my eyes, but I caught a trace of extraordinary opportunity, so I immediately chased after it. When I saw what was in that light, my face changed instantly. Inside the light was a strange plant, with 3 exotic flowers growing from 3 branches. Just one glance, and you could sense immortal energy from it. That's the flower of Samsara, an immortal herb, a legendary treasure even invincible beings seek. But before I could make a move,